Good morning, it's Tony talking CarBiz. I'm here at the dealership and I'm feeling a little confused this morning, and here's why. This is a new 2020 Toyota 4RUNNER Venture Special Edition. This is the first year they've offered this vehicle, and the reason I'm confused is it's labeled as a Special Edition Venture, but yet it has TRD features, including TRD branded wheels, TRD headrests. So this morning I want to dive in and find out what makes this Venture a special edition. Let's go. Okay, let's take a quick look at the exterior on the 4RUNNER Venture Edition. Up front, one of the features you'll notice is the badging on the Venture is all the matte black finish, so kind of that blacked out effect, but there is some chrome running across the front of the grille, and then down here on the lower part of the grille, again the matte black finish, and then up here is where we're going to pick up on our dynamic radar, cruise control, pedestrian detection, all part of the Safety Sense package on the Venture Edition. Here's your headlight setup. So we've got LED projector style headlights, and then we've got halogen fog lights integrated into the front bumper. So not going with the LED fog lights on the Venture Edition for 2020. We do have the hood scoop, which is something you'd see on the Sport Edition. That's simply for styling. There's no functionality to that, just to add to the look of it. And then turning around to the side, you'll see that the door handles are blacked out. So they kind of have that gloss, piano black gloss finish. And then up here on the mirrors, we've got the piano black gloss finish as well. And there's blinkers in the mirrors. These mirrors are fold away, so they fold into the car, which is great if you're going off-road, so you're not clipping the trees. And then they also fold this way, so if somebody clips it with a grocery cart, you're not going to break your mirror completely off. You might have some scratches. So the wheels. These are a 17-inch cast aluminum wheel. They're a gunmetal gray painted, and then they have the TRD badging here. And then the tires, I mean, these are great tires for off-road. Notice how tall they are, how thick they are. Those are going to be a super smooth tire for driving around in the mud and that type of thing. Integrated mud guards are right here. When we get around to the passenger side, I'll get a look up underneath so you can see the suspension. But I also did a second video of the undercarriage of it all by itself. Then we have this huge Yakima cargo rack as part of the Venture Edition package. Now that is removable, and then the Venture does have a power sliding moonroof. So if you're trying to put it in your garage, you can take that rack off. It comes off pretty easy. Across the back we do have that rear spoiler, and that's a gloss black finish on the spoiler. There's your third brake light. You can see all of the back windows are tinted with a dark tint. We have clear lenses on our tail lights, and these are your LED lights down here for your tail lights. You can see we have the piano black finish on the 4RUNNER badging and the matte black finish here. And here's where we can go ahead and lock our doors without our keys. Backup camera is mounted right underneath there. And then we do have the Class 3 trailer towing hitch, receiver, and up underneath is where you're going to find the full-size spare tire, a single exhaust system, and all the wiring is right there for your trailer, so it's already set up, ready to go, and a tow hook in the back as well. So there's a quick look at the exterior on the driver's side. Moving around to the passenger side, just real quickly, the body side moldings, the lip moldings are large. They're painted to match the color of the car. There's no running boards. And then here's a quick look underneath at your suspension setup. Look at how large those stabilizer bars are on the front of there. So this is going to be a nice adjustable ride with the kinetic suspension on this particular one, which is an option. It's not standard on the Venture. Jumping into the driver's compartment, here on the doors, you'll discover there is that metallic gray black finish. Looks really nice. It's kind of a lacquer finish, a chrome door handle, and then the TRD confusion continues because it has this red stitching on the doors, which is normally part of the TRD package. You can see down here we have bottle holders, cup holders, and then there's a little bit of a storage shelf right here, and then speakers down on the doors. And now, speaking of the seats and the TRD confusion, here's that red stitching, which is typically what you see on the TRD. This is a full leather seat, and then the Venture does have TRD headrest. So I'm just curious why it's not called a TRD, it's called a Venture. So that's part of my confusion. Hopefully we can figure it out as we go along. But it does not come with TRD floor mats, which is typical for a TRD trim. So let's go ahead and jump into the driver's seat and see what we can find. So behind the steering wheel here, typical TRD style steering wheel with the perforated leather and your thumb rest, and it's thicker in this area here than it is up on the top. Very comfortable steering wheels in the 4Runners. Over on this side, of course, all of our voice controls, our sound system controls, and then over here is the information controls, as we find in most Toyotas. Still have the cruise control down here on the stalk. Newer versions of Toyotas like the Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Highlander have the cruise up here, so maybe when we get a redesign we'll get those moved. Typical on-off switch for your pedestrian detection, dynamic cruise control, and your lane departure. And then we do have on the Venture series the metallic piano gray black finish. Looks super nice on here. So there's a quick look at the driver's or steering wheel. Over on this side we've got our headlight controls, and we do have automatic headlights with your daytime running lights, bright lights, and fog lights. So I'll show you what that looks up front here. There's our fog lights off. Go ahead and flip on the bright lights. And then over on this side we've got our wiper controls and a rear washer wiper control. Let's go ahead and start it and take a look at the information center. Push button start with the smart key system. Here's our center stack. Move back over here. So on our gauge cluster, it's a white on black. The red looks really great on those needles. Tachometer, engine temperature, your information center, fuel gauge, and then your speedometer. And the information center down the center here with the temperature control. The switches to select those different features are right here on the steering wheel, so you can move through those different settings and different information right on the steering wheel. Moving over to the center stack, we'll begin with our sound system. This is an all-new system. We've got an 8.1-inch touchscreen with navigation on the Venture Edition, and it is the touchscreen configuration. We also have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa capabilities, and then we have Sirius satellite radio XM satellite radio. Go ahead and turn up some lights here for you. The heating and air conditioning is not an automatic system, so you've got separate knobs for the controls, but not automatic. We do have rear window defrost and power rear mirrors, or heated rear mirrors. I mentioned earlier push button start, that's right over there. And then we have down here just some storage compartments and some power ports, and another storage compartment down here. And then the transmission is automatic. It's leather on the front side of the shift knob, and then kind of a brushed chrome, gray chrome. Here's your four-wheel drive selector, so you don't have that push button four-wheel drive. And this finish right here is kind of like a carbon fiber finish, but I'm sure it's not carbon fiber, it's just styled that way. Heated seats up front, and this is your rear window, power up and down for the rear window. Swing over and take a look at your glove box. Nice full-size glove box. And you can see we've got that gunmetal brushed aluminum effect here on the dashboard. So there's a quick pano or overview of the dash from the driver's compartment. Let's go ahead and focus up here on the ceiling. So we've got garage door openers here. This one, the Venture, does come with the power sliding moonroof, which you can see right there, and the switches to control that are up here. Here's your overhead lights. Here's our traction control, and then this has the kinetic suspension, and this is where you can adjust your suspension settings. We do have an automatic dimming mirror, and then your visors are lit, and they do pop out to the side, and then they're also retractable. So I'm not seeing anything on the up front that make it all that much different than other editions of the 4Runner. So I'm guessing most of the differences are going to be on the outside. Let's jump into the back seat and see what we can find. So jumping into the back seat, on the doors we do have large spots for your bottle holders, and we've got the red stitching that continues from up front, and there's a small storage shelf right here for pocket change and what have you. The back seats are full leather, and you can see the red stitching of the TRD continues, but again, there's no TRD badging on the back headrest, only on the front seat headrest. The seats do fold down in a 60-40 fashion. I will say it's not the easiest seats to fold down, so you can drop down the headrest right here, and then you need to go all the way down here, pop up the seat base like so, and then back up to the top and grab onto push that button, and then you can fold your seat down. Now the 4Runner seats are kind of wonky. If that front seat's not straightforward, these seats are not going to fold down. Not a great design. I think Toyota could do much better, and I hope they improve that on the redesign. But also something else kind of quirky about the back seats. There's a handle right down here, and that's to recline the back seat. But you really need to be sitting in the seat, and then you kind of need to reach over, grab the handle, and push yourself back. So it's not a power recliner. It's nice to have the recliner, but it seems like a funky design, and I certainly think they could do better with the design of these back seats. There is a folding armrest that pops out, and there's dual cup holders, and there's plenty of room back here for 3 adults. 2 very comfortable for a long trip. So diving into the rear hatch, this is not a power hatch, and it's a really, really big opening. There's plenty of room for cargo back here. Some of the features you'll find on the right hand side, we've got our AC power port, we've got a 12-volt power port, There's some storage compartments over here on the side. There are tie-down hooks. Cargo covers are optional. A place here for a cargo net. So all kinds of little features in the back. There's a clothes hanger up there. You can see I've got 40% of the seat folded down, 60% up, and a tremendous amount of space. There are tie-down hooks right up here. Little storage or package shelf on that side. And then over here are your jack and your toolkit assembly. This one does have the all-weather floor mat package, so that includes this floor liner. Otherwise, if you go without that, it's a fabric, kind of a felt type of liner for the trunk. So quite a bit of space in the back of there. No problem getting all your gear in there. And then of course, if you can't get it all in there, we've got that huge luggage rack up on the roof. So you're ready to go off-road. All right, diving under the hood on the Venture Edition. This is our standard 4-liter V6 engine, 24 valves, produces 270 horsepower, 278 foot-pounds of torque, and your combined fuel economy is 17 miles per gallon. And the entire engine and power plant transmission, they're covered under the 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. And you also get Toyota Care, which is going to cover all the maintenance as well. So there you have it. A quick look at our 2020 Toyota 4Runner Venture Edition with TRD features such as your TRD wheels, TRD embroidery on your seats, TRD stitching on your seats, and then the Venture Edition also comes with all-weather floor mats, the blacked out emblem package, that huge Yakima cargo rack. Boy, if you like my video, go ahead and like it. If you like more like this, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. If you want a specific video, for example, you want to know more information about these wheels, go ahead and post a comment. Let me know what you'd like. If I'm able to get it done for you, I'll give it a go. This is Tony at Smart Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin. Thanks for watching. So here's a look at the Adventure series from an angle maybe you will never get a chance to look at it like this as a 4Runner fan. This one is brand new, so everything is clean and easy to see. So I thought I'd give you an undercarriage view. So up front, we've got skid plates, and these are all steel skid plates underneath, so that when you're going off-road, it's going to protect the undercarriage of the vehicle. Take a look at your suspension here. So you can see that's got a spring over shock setup. Here's your stabilizer bar up front, and you can see it is quite large. The Adventure series is really designed to go off-road, and having that type of a suspension setup is awesome. So there's your tires and your braking. These are a P265/70 R17, so they are a very high sidewall. That's a 70 centimeter sidewall, and that's going to make it ride really smooth off-road and get through your mud. Of course, the 4Runner does have a full frame underneath. This is your frame right here, and that helps make it super rigid. There's your transfer case for your 4-wheel drive, your exhaust system running back, and your drive shaft. We also have a skid plate protecting the gas tank, so your gas tank's up underneath here, and that's a steel skid plate. Sliding into the back here, here's your stabilizer bar, and it is very thick, and you can see it is on gas pressurized shocks right there as well, So that's going to help that flexibility you need off-road. And there's your rear springs and your rear braking setup. And then we do have a full-size spare tire tucked up underneath here. You can see even the chain that holds the tire is brand new. So this vehicle has not been off-road at all. And then for your trailer towing package, it's a Class 3 trailer towing receiver, and your wiring for the trailer towing is right underneath here. So it's tucked up under the bumper. And then you've got some tow hooks right there. So that's a really good look at the back or the undercarriage of the 4Runner Adventure. We've got factory mud guards. Here's your cast aluminum wheels. And again, those are 17-inch cast aluminum wheels. And they have kind of a gunmetal painted finish to them and a black TRD badging in the center of the wheels. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.